You know, there's been a lot of talk lately about homosexuals, but how do you know what to believe? Well, here are a few tips that may help you tell when you've got a gay.
So, what's your favorite Madonna album?
I like her early work.
If his answer is anything but, I've never bought one, you've got a gay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to draw from stereotypes, but hello, you beautiful people. I asked you what episode I should react to, and this won the vote. So, if you don't want to miss another vote, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it.
Oh, Brian was so thrilled your gay cousin Jasper finally decided to come visit.
Okay, so it's good that they're accepting, but the fact that Lois needed to specify your gay cousin Jasper, what, does Brian have multiple cousin Jaspers and need to distinguish? Or is that just for the audience?
Me too. It's been way too long. Anyway, thanks for putting them up.
No problem, Brian. It's great to have visitors.
Wow, they seem really accepting.
Oh, there's Jasper's plane.
Where?
Third one in line.
Oh, it's one of them new niche airlines.
Jesus. I feel like that's homophobic in some way.
Hey, cousin!
Hey, Jasper.
Everybody, this is Ricardo from the
Ooh,
Philippines
Ricardo.
and my kitchen floor.
How was your flight?
Torture. 5 hours on my moneymaker, sitting across from a gaggle of sailors flying home on leave. Here I am in a committed relationship, and all I can think about is having a piece of Navy cake. Hello? Who's that on the phone? Temptation? How does he always get my number? I don't know. Anyway, I get big news, and I'll tell you over dinner. Greek. On me. But enough about last weekend. Oh, I'm terrible!
Ugh, this idiot will fit in with our family as badly as Peter fit in with the Proclaimers.
Yes, this is a more stereotypical depiction of gay people, but there are gay people like that, so I'm not gonna dock it for that. Also, very clearly, it seems like Stewie has some internalized homophobia, emphasis on internalized.
Hey, Chris, this field trip is your chance, man. Alyssa's all alone.
She's so pretty that if your hacky sack were my private parts, I'd let her do that to him.
Oh.
What? Kick him around?
Wait. Yes.
Chris, the stereotypical teenage boy, in more ways than one.
Welcome, citizens. Today we commemorate those brave Quahog soldiers who perished in the recent Gulf conflict. I can think of no greater tribute to their memories than this solid gold statue of Diggin, the Sugar Smacks Frog. The spirit of America is epitomized by his inspiring motto, smack, smack, sugar, smack, gimme a smack and I'll smack you back. I'd also like to take this opportunity to announce extreme budget cutbacks having almost nothing to do with this solid gold statue.
First off, I miss Adam West. Also, that is kind of an accurate statement to describe America.
Lois, darling, those earrings are delicious. Total kitsch, like an Andy Warhol wet dream. I'm opening a museum and putting you in it. They're that fabulous.
You think it's clever talking like that, do you? You think it's funny? Talking about earrings and using words like fabulous and delicious and wet? What's next? A workout followed by a romp around a crowded room while the music goes... Oh, why'd you stop?
Honestly, it's very clear Stewie has some internalized homophobia to deal with here. And I mean internalized, because as we see in later episodes, Stewie's pretty queer.
Hey, Jasper, let me ask you something. When you're in the shower at the Y, is that just like supermarket sweep for you guys, or is there some kind of etiquette?
Peter, stop it.
That is sort of an inappropriate question to ask. I mean, you wouldn't ask a straight person about their sex life. I'm not sure if Peter is straight, but if he is, that would be quite impressive because most straight people don't know the real meaning behind the song YMCA by the Village People.
Okay, all right, time for the big announcement. Everyone, Ricardo and I are getting married!
Yay!
Oh, that is terrific. It's about time you two settled down.
Good on Brian for being supportive, and congrats to those two.
Oh, you hear that, Meg? Guys can marry other guys now. So, oh, this is awkward, but, I mean, if they can do that, that's pretty much it for you, isn't it? I mean, you might as well pack it in. Game over.
What's up with Stewie this episode? Stewie is being unnecessarily cruel this episode.
Alyssa, hi. I was wondering if maybe you wanted to do something sometime.
Sure, Chris. I have a Young Republicans meeting after school. You want to come?
Oh, sure. What do you do at a Young Republicans meeting?
We help those who already have the means to help themselves. Also, we perpetuate the ideal that Jesus chose America to destroy non-believers and brown people.
I don't understand what you're saying, but somehow I feel safer.
That is very true to the Republican message. And if you don't believe that, seriously, look up their policies. Compared to the average teen boy, I think Chris is actually very socially adept. Most boys at that age wouldn't have the confidence to talk to a girl.
Need now is a diversion. Let's see.
Ah, yeah.
Jingle keys. My God, I'm a tomato.
A lot of people in this country have object permanence when it comes to politics. Just because their politician says something doesn't mean they actually did it. It's always important to fact check politicians because, well, they're politicians.
Oh, Lois, there you are. Listen, Ricardo and I want to thank you for letting us have the wedding here.
Oh.
Aw.
You having the wedding here?
Yeah, I hope that's okay,
Oh, no.
Lois. I offered them the house.
Oh, sure. No problem.
Yeah, Lois is what we call a performative ally. Someone who speaks positively of issues, but doesn't actually do anything about it, i.e. performative ally.
Hey, McButt the crime dog. I heard you and your little chew toy getting it on last night. Keep it down.
Sorry, little man. Ricardo and I were playing Clue, and he got me in the bedroom with a lead pipe.
Oh my god! Yeah, that may be a little too much information to share, but whatever.
Peter, I'm not sure I'm comfortable having this wedding at the house.
Lois, I don't know what the big deal is. So they're gay. It's not like we're gonna have a gay sex orgy in the living room.
Does Peter
That's not
want
what
that?
I'm talking about. I've got nothing against homosexuals. I mean, I'll watch anything with David Schwimmer. But the idea
He's
of
not
two
gay.
men actually getting married, it just doesn't seem right.
Hey, I say who cares, you know? If gays want to get married and be miserable like the rest of us, I say we should let them.
Peter's making a good point there. It's none of your damn business who someone else is married to. When you complain about gay marriage, it sounds like you want to be a part of it. Also, I don't think David Schwimmer is gay, but I could be wrong.
Oh, no!
What's wrong?
Look, some breaking news today when Mayor West announced he will sign a citywide ban on gay marriages next week. While controversial, it has nonetheless
Not
effectively
surprising.
distracted all of us from the Diggum fiasco.
The what?
I don't know, something about a lizard.
That is so true to reality. When it comes to politics, queer issues are pretty much like a scapegoat. It was done for gay marriage, and to a certain extent still being done now, but now it's primarily trans people who are the subject of this. Do I think the lawmakers honestly give a shit? No. But I think they do it because it stirs up their base and distracts them from their corruption.
I can't believe the wedding's off. All I ever wanted was to get married and make a home with a skinny, hairless Filipino boy. Isn't that the American dream?
In a
Don't
way,
give up
yeah.
yet, Jasper. Mayor West only banned gay marriage so he could distract from the Diggum scandal. He won't
True.
get away with it.
That is so true. Queer rights are human rights, and it affects us on a very personal level. When you debate these laws, you have to think about it personally. How does this actually affect people? This is the American dream, but it's the American dream that's right for us.
Oh, Jasper, where'd you get these brownies?
They're from a bakery in the West Quahog gay district. I thought they'd help my depression.
Queer people
I
are
can
great
see
bakers.
Why. Oh my God, they pack so much fudge into them. And look at this, there's even a couple of nuts lodged in there.
Of course, a great pun there. I'm a drag queen. I love play on words like that.
I'm going upstairs.
Oh, I've got to do something. Jasper's always been there for me when I've needed him. I am gonna make Mayor West change his mind.
You know, this Brian is very different from the other Brians I've seen in other episodes. I mean, just look at the episode Quagmire's Dad. That is a very different Brian to the one seen in this episode.
But Brian, the Bible says gay marriage is an abomination.
Oh, don't give me that young Republican crap, Chris. The Bible also says a senior citizen built an ark and rounded up 2 of every animal.
The Bible also says slavery is okay. Do you really want to take your morals from that?
Hi, Glenn. Hey, will you sign a petition to overturn Mayor West's ban on gay marriage?
Gay marriage? Oh, come on. 2 halves can't make a hole without a hole. Giggity, 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 giggity. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang.
Okay, that is certainly an interesting reaction from Glenn Quagmire, of all people. Even though this was before, you know, his parent came out and all that. Was he doing this just to get back at Brian? Probably. But seriously, Glenn, why do you give a shit about queer people getting married? It doesn't affect you in any way.
You get off my property, you pervert.
Of course, Herbert calls him a pervert. And I don't know where this sort of idea comes from that queer people are somehow perverted. We're no more perverted than anyone else.
Mr. Bottomtooth, would you like to sign the petition?
Oh, no.
I don't, what's the problem?
Of course.
Okay, thank you.
Also, isn't that character ableist in some way? Just putting that out there for the comments.
Chris, did you hear? Some dog is going around town trying to get support for gay marriage.
Oh, that's Brian. He's got a petition.
Really? Chris, you've got to destroy that petition.
Why?
Because if you do, I'll let you touch my boobs.
Is that good? Do I want that?
Oh yeah, you want that.
Well, fantastic then.
I don't understand why people are against this sort of stuff. If you have your religion, fine, but keep that to yourself. It doesn't affect people who aren't in that religion. It's also not a religious consensus, even among Christians, that same-gender marriage should be illegal. Oh, a church.
How can I help you, Mrs. Griffin?
Well, I'm having a bit of a crisis. I'm a very open-minded person, and I've never had any problem with gays before, but something about two gay people getting married, I just don't think it's right.
Well, these questions are too big to be decided by human beings, which is why God made this film.
Made by humans.
You know, there's been a lot of talk lately about homosexuals, but how do you know what to believe? Well, here are a few tips that may help you tell when you've got a gay.
So, what's your favorite Madonna album?
I like her early work.
If his answer is anything but, I've never bought one, you've got a gay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to draw from stereotypes, but there is some truth to that, I guess. Also, there's a lot of propaganda like this. Also, there is a lot of anti-gay propaganda like this, which draws wild conclusions. Just be mindful of that. Hey, just want to give this video a brief pause here. There's some gun violence coming up. Yes, it's anime, but just I should give this trigger warning.
Let's take a blood sample, Mr. Braga.
If instead of human blood, you find a deadly corrosive acid, you've got a gay.
Oh my god!
Not this time, Nancy boy.
Wow, that was interesting.
Yeah, it certainly was interesting. But yeah, that is very over the top. And as I was saying, this is fear-mongering, plain and simple.
Well, we almost have enough signatures thanks to Quahog's gay district. Lois, how'd you like to be signature number 10,000?
All right.
I can't sign this.
Why not?
Well, because I don't believe in gay marriage.
You don't believe... Lois, that's ridiculous. Gay people have every right to get married.
Well, they certainly have every right to be together, but marriage should be between a man and a woman.
Yikes. How does this affect you in any way? It doesn't matter who these two people are. I'd say so long as they love each other, they're good enough to be married. That's what matters. Also, Brian mentioned the Quahog gay district. Gay districts like that have often sprung up due to homophobia and transphobia in society, where we form our own communities and live in a place where we can just be ourselves. That's why these places exist. But as acceptance goes up, these places slowly start to disappear.
Well, that's not how they do it in West Quahog. By the way, Lois, I got a piercing over there. I'm not going to tell you where, but I'll give you a hint. It wasn't my nose or my ear, and it was one of my balls.
That's too much information, Peter.
Well, regardless of what you think, this is going to change Mayor West's mind, and we are going to have Jasper's wedding here.
Fine. Then until this is all over, I'll stay somewhere else. Come on, Stewie. We're going to Grandma and Grandpa's.
Fine, I'll go. But I'm not missing that gay wedding. I still kick myself for missing that topless cheerleader parade with a 100-foot chocolate teddy bear and the F-16s doing aerial acrobatics choreographed to the music of Queen.
Stewie should be at that wedding, because, I mean, someone that queer should see something like this. Just saying.
My petition!
Oh no!
What the hell are you doing?
I'm gonna get to touch right-wing boob because of this.
Is it really worth it though, Chris? Is it? I guess you could ask Lauren Boebert's boyfriend.
Mayor West, here's the gay marriage ban for your approval.
Excellent. This is so important, I'm going to sign it with all capital letters. It's going to say, Adam West. That's what it's gonna say, you'll see.
Hey, buddy, you can't go in there.
Mayor West, you have to look at this. 10,000 signatures.
That is very impressive number, and that should be persuasive, but with politicians, probably not.
I've been up for 24 hours, I paid off a few people, and
Very
I did a few
impressive.
things in West Quahog I'm not proud of.
That may have been true in the early 2000s that gay men love Sex in the City. What do gay men today like? Let me know down in the comments. It's probably RuPaul's Drag Race.
This is very impressive, but my decision stands.
No!
Yeah, not surprised.
No, I can't let Jasper down. I'm not gonna let you sign that. Go on, get
Oh
on.
my. I'm gonna say this again. Political violence is wrong no matter who the target is. Violence is not the solution. Voting is.
I should warn you, I have a tiny bulletproof shield, the exact size of a bullet.
Is that really gonna
sitting on
help?
my body. And if you hit it, I'll be unharmed, and your plan will be foiled.
Again, I don't think that would help him.
Some Channel 5 exclusive footage of the crazed homosexual gunman who's taken Mayor West hostage.
Of course they assume he's gay, because no straight person can care about marriage equality for whatever reason.
Oh my god, Brian's taken the mayor hostage?
Is this an eyeglass lens?
I didn't realize how strongly he feels about this.
Gay marriage. Next thing you know, they'll want to vote.
Good news, queer people. We can vote. In fact, please, register to vote. It's super important to vote this election. Our lives depend on it, and that is not hyperbole. Please, go register to vote as soon as you can. And to trans people who are watching, if you have changed your name recently, it is super affirming to be able to vote in your new name. Just saying.
What if Brian's right? I mean, certainly the love between a man and a woman should be sacred, but...
Who's talking about love? We're talking about marriage.
Well, don't you love Mom?
Come on, Lois, look at her.
So two straight people who hate each other have more of a right to be together than two gay people who love each other?
That's what we raised you to believe.
Hate is taught. This is learned behavior. She was taught to believe this. Two people, so long as they're happy, should be able to be together.
Oh my god, I've made a terrible mistake.
Absolutely.
I've been brainwashed.
Brainwashing is very much part of the process. There's so much misinformation and so much propaganda out there, so it's no wonder people can be brainwashed. It's a matter of undoing that brainwashing.
Peter, I never meant for this to happen. This whole situation has totally spiraled out of control.
Brian, listen to me. I was wrong. If two people love each other, they should have the right to get married. But you have to come down and give yourself up. If you drag this out any longer, you're only hurting your own cause.
There is some truth to that.
Well, you were only doing what you thought was right, Brian. And hey, you've distracted everyone from the Diggum statue, so I guess we don't need this bill anymore.
If only the world worked that
Everybody
way.
happy.
I don't know if everyone's happy, but it's a happy ending, I guess. Now, before I get to the end here, I just want to say thank you to my patrons, YouTube channel members, and TikTok subscribers. Patrons get to see an uncensored, extended cut of this video, and I think you will enjoy it. So, head on over there if you'd like to see that. Now, let's continue with the video. Aww.
Well, it sure was nice of Mayor West to drop the kidnapping
Convenient,
charges.
too.
It's amazing. All he asked for in return was the key to a Volkswagen Scirocco.
You're welcome.
Interesting.
Listen, Lois, I really appreciate you putting your discomfort aside so we could have the wedding here.
Oh, please, I'm over all that now. Two men getting married doesn't bother me in the least. They
That's
deserve
quite a
happiness.
turnaround.
Everybody gay.
Oh, of course, Queer gets the line. And the episode ends there. Wish we could have seen, the actual wagon go on, but it's a nice ending, and especially for the time, a very progressive episode. Very different to what Family Guy is like today. Are there problems with this episode? Yeah, but it's a narrative of a better story. And for that, I'd say this episode gets an egg. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another one like it, please watch my reaction to Quagmire's Dad. I think you might enjoy it. Bye.